Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are and what time of day it is when you watch this video. My name is Z, and welcome back to my gaming corner. In today's adventure, we are delving into the Titan City of Ulduar, which is the prison of the old god Yogg-Saron, located in the Storm Peaks of Northrend, and this raid is the northernmost raid of any world on any continent of the 4 planets in World of Warcraft, the northernmost raid. And we are located here at the Summoning Stone for Ulduar. We are located right here up in the far north of the Storm Peaks on the continent of Northrend on the world of Azeroth, way up here in the north. So we're on Azeroth. And apparently we have the map for the Shadowlands now. We can see all the cool stuff in the Shadowlands. That's been added to the game. That's cool. But we are here on Azeroth in Northrend, way up here in the far, far north of the Storm Peaks near Ulduar, the raid. Now, there is a problem with the Atlas Loot add-on, as this is the 9.0.1 Shadowlands pre-patch content. You can see my level up here is level 50 instead of level 120. And Atlas Loot has not received an update. And it is completely bugged out, and if I had it in, like, I still have it installed on my machine, but if I activated it, like right now it's disabled. If I activated it, I wouldn't be able to move my camera if my cursor was in the middle of the screen. Like right now, I can move my camera, I can move my character, I can turn around, I have full control over my character with my cursor in the middle of the screen. If Atlas Loot is on, then I don't have access to the camera controls except way over here on the far edge of the screen. So I can't do Atlas Loot. So as much as I would love to be able to show you all the different sets for the Tier 8 stuff, I would have to log in on each of the individual characters and then go to the Shift P menu and show you the Tier 8 sets. So let me just confirm to you that the Tier 8 sets, they look amazing. Like for example, if you press Shift P and come here to this bottom tab called Appearances, and up here at the top you click this Set button, you will see all the sets available to your class on the left side right here. And you see that, like, the Lights Vanguard battle plate, we cannot solo and Torch the Burning Throne yet, so I haven't even gone after it yet. And this all is current content in Battle for Azeroth. But everything prior to that, like the Radiant Lightbringer plane, I can solo Tumasar Garrus, and I've even got some friends in to help me get part of this set. But all of this stuff I've been able to solo and get all by myself. And the Tier 8 stuff for the Paladin looks like this. On 10 player, it's white, and it's called the Valorous Aegis plate. And it looks like this. And please note that the belt item, Ashelia's Adorned Waistguard, has to be purchased on the auction house because it's an eye level, well, I don't know what the eye level is for it now, probably 58, maybe even 50, or even 46. But it was made for level 100 characters because it was released in Warlords of Draenor. So this belt does not drop in the raid. It drops from World Drops. It's an epic World Drop from Warlords of Draenor, so you can find it on the auction house for about 20,000 gold, depending on your region and what the prices are in your auction house. But on 10 player, the Valorous Aegis plate for the Paladins looks like this. On 25 man, it goes red and purple. And then there are recolors of each of the sets for the different classes based on whether you're on 10 or 25 man. But here's the rub. Way back, I think it was patch, maybe 7.2, when Blizzard brought in Ulduar as a time-walking raid during Wrath time-walking weeks, they combined the 10-man and 25-man into one raid. And so the loot you're going to get from the bosses when you go to Ulduar, you don't have to choose 10-man or 25-man, normal or heroic. You don't have to worry about any of that. Because when you go in there, the flag is going to say 10-man. It's a flex raid now. So if you went in with like 11 people, it would then say 11 man or 12 man or whatever. But the bosses are going to drop everything from both of their available loot tables, the 10 man and the 25 man loot tables. You kill the boss once and you're going to be getting loot. Some of it will be 10 man, some of it will be 25 man. You don't know what you're going to get. So the act that Blizzard did by doing that made it harder to get the specific pieces you want, because you can no longer choose, oh well, I want the purple recolor of the Paladin set, I want the purple recolor of this set, so my warrior can just look amazing, and you get that in 25-man Ulduar. And if you're on 10-man Ulduar, then you get it's kind of like a blue and silver, but it's like a rusted silver. It's really kind of ugly. But on 25-man, you get a purple recolor of this, and it's pants instead of robes. And the Paladin stuff is called the Valorous Aegis Plate. So what you can do, you can go in on your individual classes, and you can press Shift P and come down to the Appearance Collection and come up here to Sets, and you want to look for the set that comes from Ulduar. This is the Tier 8 set. The Warlock stuff looks really cool because you look like a wicker witch, almost like a scarecrowy witch, and you have like a big long nose, and it's like all made of wood and stuff, and you have big wings coming off your shoulders, and it looks really, really cool. And like the mage stuff looks, it has the icon like this right here, but it's the Aegis of the Kirin Tor, and it's the only, it might be this. Actually, it's one of only 2 mage sets that come with pants. All the other mage sets come with robes, but the Tier 8 set for mages comes with pants. And in 25-man, the old 25-man, you could get a blue recolor, and you could look like an icy mage, but with the Kirin Tor garb on. But now that the raid difficulties have been combined into just one flex raid, and the bosses are dropping loot from both their 10-man and 25-man tables, you're going to be getting stuff from all over the place. So getting the actual stuff you want, even the tokens from the bosses, like for example, back when it was 10-man, Mimiron would drop the helmet, but in 25-man, he drops the chest piece. So you could get, potentially, the 10-man token for shoulders and the 10-man or the 25-man pants from the same boss. So you're going to be getting loot from all over the place, from 10-man, from 25-man, from everywhere, from each of the bosses, because the difficulties have been combined. Now, here's the other thing that goes on with that. If you press the letter Y and open up your achievement pane, you can come down here to Dungeons and Raids, and just right here on Dungeons and Raids, you can scroll down and you can look for the Glory of the Ulduar Raider. I've got to see if I can find it. There it is. Glory of the Ulduar Raider. It's no longer separated into the Glory of the Ulduar Raider 10-man and the Glory of the Ulduar Raider 25-man. It's all just the Glory of the Ulduar Raider. And the mount rewards both the Rusted Proto-Drake and the Ironbound Proto-Drake. So you do all these achievements and you get 2 mounts. It used to be just like the Ice Crown one. You do the 10-player achievements, you get the Blood-Based Frostbrew Vanquisher, and then you do the 25-man of Ice Crown Citadel, and you get the Frostbrew, the Icebound Frostbrew Vanquisher. Ulduar used to be like that. No longer. Now it's one raid achievement, and you get 2 mounts. So everything's been combined into one raid. And the Ulduar meeting stone is actually far below the entrance to the raid, because the raid entrance is way up there. So let's jump on our favorite mount, and we're going to make our way up to the Titan City of Ulduar, which is the prison of Yogg-Saron. And I like to do this raid a little bit differently than it used to be done. And it's a little bit more chaotic the way I do it, but you get done with the stuff a little bit faster. So you see how there's 5 blue circles around the raid portal? That signifies that we're on 25-man difficulty. And heroic raids didn't become a thing until Tier 9, which is Glory of the Grand Crusader. But like if we switch it to 10-man, you'll see that the raid portal changes to just 2 blue circles, signifying it's on 10 man. But look, we're going to be on 25 man, and when we go into the raid, the flag up here on the mini-map is still just going to be 10 man because this is now a flex raid due to it being added to the Wrath of the Lich King time walking release as the time walking raid for that week. So you see how it says 10 man? It's all just a flex raid now. All right. So what we want to do to activate the quote heroic mode, because this was the Blizzard's first foray into heroic bosses, every boss in this raid has a quote hard mode attached to it. For Leviathan, the hard mode is you activate the secondary defense systems and then you kill Leviathan with all 4 of the defense systems active. So to activate the secondary defense systems, you talk to Lorekeeper of Norgannon right here. And you say, activate the secondary defense systems. Alright. Activating secondary defense systems will result in the extermination of unauthorized life forms via orbital emplacements. You are an unauthorized life form. Please confirm. Well, yeah, confirm. It's like, wait, what did you do just now? Bran, no! See, and then you're supposed to wait until Bran says get into your machines, and then you drive out a slow machine out to Flame Leviathan. I don't do that anymore. I just stay on my mount and run out there. Now, yes, that is going to pull the whole area. All the tanks, all the gyrocopters, all the Dark Iron Dwarves, everything. So what we do is we go down here all the way to the end where we're about to pull Flame Leviathan, and we kill all of the trash that's coming at us, and then we pull Flame Leviathan. That way we're not dealing with all this chaos during the boss fight.
Okay, let's move out. Get into your machines. I'll speak to you from here via the radio.
Normally you couldn't get into your machines until that happened, and you'd be way back here getting in your machines going 2 miles an hour. We're already halfway through the area. Oh look, and now we got Ulduar Colossi coming after us. There he is, he's coming after us. Okay, so these Ulduar Colossi at the far back here, you kill both of them, that's what pulls the Flame Leviathan. So we're going to come to this dark spot in the middle of this formation grounds, and we are going to stand right here, everything's going to come to us, and we are just going to start killing everything.
The Iron Dwarves have been seen emerging from the bunkers at the base of the pillars straight ahead of you. Destroy the bunkers, and they'll be forced to fall back.
We'll just go drop a concentration underneath these airplanes. Everything's just going to fall over. So I mean, you can see the chaos that ensues when you pull everything in the raid because you don't have a machine. And I love this. And there's a new mechanic with the paladins that I can hit this final reckoning and put a thing on the ground and just have it annihilate everything in the area. And then we'll just throw under these aeroplanes, these gyrocopters. We have a whole bunch of Dark Iron Dwarves attacking us. They can wander into my concentrated area and they can just die. I need to get closer. See, look, they just run into my consecrated area and they just die. We love that. Okay, so now that the chaosness has basically subsided, I mean, there's still some Dark Iron Dwarves trying to get to me. We'll drop another concentration area. Oh, and we have the Ulduar Colossi over here who needs to die.
I'm out of range.
We'll just let them run into the consecrated area. See, it's all these Dark Iron Dwarves that are still attacking us, so I can't mount up. But as soon as you kill these 2 big Colossi standing by the gates, you will summon Flame Leviathan.
I need to get closer.
You've done it! You've broken the defenses of Ulduar! moments we'll be dropping into... What's that?
I'm out
Be
of range.
careful, something's headed your way! Quickly! Evasive action! Evasive action!
Alright, there's Flame Leviathans. We're going to pop our cooldowns.
Assessment protocol active. Primary
And we're just going to go to town on Flame Leviathan.
minus 30 seconds to reevaluation.
Watch out! RES scouts report that the generators for the
It's
missile
too far
silos are
away.
coming online.
Clear Fury online. Acquiring failure. Defense protocol breached. Leviathan unit shutting down.
Now, if you were here for the very first time, you would have gotten the Obituary achievement. And for loot today, we get a Ruined Orb, we get the Mantle of Fiery Vengeance. So this is the Hunter's Tier 8 lookalike shoulders. They look like that. We also got the Boots of Fiery Resolution. Those are cloth boots. We got the Kinetic Gripper fist weapon, which looks like that, kind of cool. We also got these handguards of Potent Cures, leather gloves that look like the Druid lookalike leather gloves. Very cool. Okay, we can now jump up on our mounts. And the cool thing about many of the bosses in Ulduar is a lot of them drop pets that are used for the Raiding with Leashes 4 pets. So if we come down here, I pressed Y to open up the achievements. Come down here to pet battles and then to collect, and you're looking for Raiding with Leashes 4, Wrath of the Lich King. And you need to collect all of these pets. Okay? The Magma Rageling, the Ironbound Proto-Whelp, the Runeforged Servitor, the Sanctum Cub, the Winter Rageling, Snaplatcher, the Go R41 on Ultra Tonk, and the Creeping Tentacle all come from Ulduar. So the only bosses in this raid that do not drop pets: Flame Leviathan, the XT002 Deconstructor, Kolagarn, Thorium, the lightning guy, and General Vezek. Only those 5 bosses do not drop pets. Every other boss in this raid drops pets. So what I like to do is I like to turn left right here and go down and kill Ignis, the Furnace Master. And his achievement is really just like a one-shot. It's called Stoking the Furnace. And all you have to do is kill him. The only achievement that's really, really difficult and takes forever to do is Iron Dwarf Medium Rare. And that's by killing 30 Dark Iron Guardians, or the Dark Rune Guardians, with Razor Scale's Breath Attack. And so you have to gather up 30 Dark Rune Guardians. Okay, so we got some loot. We got this Furnace Stone, which is a trinket, which I can't show you. We did get these Gauntlets of the Iron Furnace, Plate Gauntlets. Those are the Warrior Tier 8 lookalike, but they're a different recolor. That's kind of cool, right? And we also got this Flame Rot Cinch leather belt. If we zoom in on that, that looks like the Rogue leather belt. That's also what it looked like for the recolor. So we got all of that. Okay, let's mount up. Now the other thing you have to note with Razor Scale, if you did want to kill that boss to see if you can get the mount from it, you do have to wait for the 4 turrets to be fixed. So let's just go kill Razor Scale so I can show you what I'm talking about. Because you can't just immediately attack the boss and instantly kill the boss when you start the encounter. So Razor Scale is located over here on the right side, just above the words of the formation ground. We're actually in the Colossal Forge area. So it's directly across from the Forge Warden Igneous, and you talk to the Expedition Commander.
Need something?
And you say, "Welcome, champions. All of our attempts at bringing her down have failed. We could use a hand in bringing her down with these harpoon guns. Okay, we're ready to help.
See you around."
And this begins the encounter. And so there's these engineers that are going to be coming to these turrets, and they're going to start with this turret right here, and they're going to repair from left to right. And Razor Scale's way up there, way out of range. I can't even attack. She's way out of range. And then these little guardians that have these big axes. These are the Dark Rune Guardians. Those are the ones you have to keep alive. And then you have to wait for Berserk status to happen, which is in 14.5 minutes. So you got to wait for Berserk to happen. And then you bring her down and you bring all the Dark Rune Guardians out in front of her, and she will cast her breath attack, which will then insta-kill all of the Dark Rune Guardians. Blizzard finally fixed it, because it used to be bugged for the longest time. But Blizzard finally fixed it, and so now she one-shots all the Dark Rune Guardians when they're on Berserk. So if you can get her to Berserk, you gotta stand around and wait for 14 minutes, basically 15 minutes. You can kill the Watchers, you can kill the Sentinels, but the Dark Rune Guardians you need to leave alive. I'm just killing everything because I don't want the NPCs to die, because I already have the achievement done. And we're just waiting for the turrets to fill up. So they're working on turret 3 right now. Turrets 1 and 2 are done. We're just waiting on turrets 3. Oh, and here comes another mole machine. We have some more monsters to kill. So yeah, you get 1 to 2 Dark Rune Guardians per mole machine. And so you need like 20 to 25 mole machines, because sometimes you don't get any Dark Rune Guardians. Sometimes you get Watchers and Sentinels.
I'm out of range.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're getting away from me. Okay, so now that all the turrets are ready, you can click on all 4 of them. So that's 1, that's 2, 3, and when you click on this last one, she's going to be brought to the ground. Alright, loot from her today. We get Dragon Slayer's Brace. That is the Warrior Tier 8 belt. There you go. We also got these Iron Scale leggings, which are male legs. Oh, there we go. The Ironbound Collar teaches how to summon an Ironbound Protowhelp. So we got the pet and we got a ring. Very, very cool. Alright, let's mount up and make our way to the XT002 Deconstructor. So when you get over here to the scrapyard, you'll see him over there. And hard mode for him is to do Heartbreaker. So what you want to do is you want to hit him but not kill him. Okay? And the best way to do that, if you have the toy foam sword, so let's just type in the word foam, the soft foam sword, says mortally wound an enemy of trivial difficulty. You can't use that in a raid instance. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do an auto attack, because if I do a judgment hammer on him, he's going to die. So I'm just going to do like an auto attack, and hopefully I don't kill him. Yeah, I won't kill him. I'm just going to do auto attacks. Oh! Whoops. I guess my auto attacks even do a lot of damage. Wow. Okay, didn't realize that. So no hard mode for him. Okay. We just got this Pulsing Spell Shield. Looks like that. Very cool for Transmog. Very cool. We also got this leatherworking pad, the Foot Pads of Silence. And if you can see them, they're on the boots right there. It's kind of crappy because I wear robes on my Paladin. But after Halloween, I'm going to go back to a pants set so I can actually show you everything. We got the Gloves of Tout Grip, which are male gloves. They look like that. Kind of looks like the Shaman Recolor gloves. Very cool. We also got this Quartz Crystal Wand, which looks like that. Pretty cool. We're going to learn this pet so we have another slot in our inventory for loot. Okay, let's make our way into Ulduar. Click on these little teleporters, and there's teleporters everywhere. Click on the Antechamber of Ulduar, and that brings you to this room right here. And we're not here to do a full clear of the raid. We're just killing what we need to advance to the next boss. And I love this music. It's so majestic. The fanfare of Ulduar, it's so great. Now, when you get to this point, you have a choice. You can either go straight up the stairs to Kolagarn, or you can take the 2 side hallways. One to the left takes you to the Iron Council, and the one to the right takes you to the Celestial Planetarium. We're going to do both of them so you can see all the bosses of Ulduar. So yeah, so when you come in here, you get to this point, you can see the left one takes you to the Assembly of Iron, and the Celestial Planetarium is where you can fight, what's his name? Alagon, or Alagor, whatever his name is. Algalon? Algalon is his name. And he's a fun fight. Okay, so if you're working on the achievements for the Ulduar, Glory of the Ulduar Raider, this one is called Steelbreaker I Choose You, which means you have to kill Runemaster Molgheim and Stormcaller Brundir before you kill Steelbreaker. The hard mode is to kill Steelbreaker, Molgheim, and then do Stormcaller Brundir last.
The world's greatest magazine of the world's
Okay, so we're doing hard mode because we want that extra piece of loot. There we go, got it done. And there's an achievement for killing each of them last. There's 3 achievements for this boss. Okay, loot. Today we get the Runeshaper's gloves. Male gloves. Very cool. Interesting, interesting. We got boots in the Petrified Forest, which are the boots for the druids. We also got these rune hide, iron hide boots. And those are leather boots, I would imagine, for the rogues. But that's our loot from the Iron Council. And then you can go down there and do some heroic quests to go get the sigils from the Watchers. And then that used to be what you had to do to open the Celestial Planetarium. You don't have to do that anymore. And we're just going to go over to the Celestial Planetarium and kill Algalon before we go to Kolagarn. See, normally you would do the whole rest of the raid and then come back and do Alagon. Or Algalon. So let's go to the Celestial Planetarium right now and get that boss done, and then we'll just move on to Kolagarn, and then to the Ring of the Watchers, and then we'll go kill General Bezic, and finally Yogg-Saron. Now, Yogg-Saron does have something I want like you wouldn't believe. So in the adventure guide, if you're inside a raid, it brings up the raid that you're currently in, and you come down here to Yogg-Saron, and you look at the loot. And I really, 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 really want Mimiron's head. It's a mount. It looks like that. It's the largest gnome head in Azeroth. Looks like that. So cool. I don't have that mount yet. And it only drops from Yogg-Saron, and only if you do Alone in the Dark. And I'll explain how to do that when I get there. So come down this hallway, turn to the right, and then click on this Celestial Planetarium access, and the sigils of the Watchers will appear right there. And the door will open. Brand Bronzebeard will appear, and we can go into the Celestial Planetarium. And this fight looks so cool. Come on, Brand. Walk faster. I don't have all day. Should I start whistling the Jeopardy theme song?
We did it, lads.
There we go.
We got here before Algalon's arrival. Maybe we can rig the systems to interfere with his analysis.
I don't think you can hide anything from a celestial being
Translocation
like that.
complete. Commencing planetary analysis of Azeroth. Stand back, mortals. I'm not here to fight you.
Seeing what confuses me a little bit is look at all this empty space on the backside of the world.
It is in the universe's best interest to re-originate this planet should my analysis find systemic corruption. Do not
And I remember
interfere.
Ian has a fucking twat waffle saying that they're running out of space on the
I'll
planet
head
to put
back to the
continents.
archivum and see
Look
if
at all
I
that
can jam
space over
his
there. There's
signal.
plenty of space to put
Might be able to
continents.
buy us some time while you take care of him.
Because Zandalar's like right here, Kulturas is right over there. You can even see a picture of a turtle down underneath on the bottom of the world. That would be Pandaria, but look at all this empty space back here. Plenty of space for more continents and more adventures, but Blizzard doesn't want to make it for us. Okay, to start this fight,
Your
aggro him,
actions
throw
are
an attack at
logical.
him.
All possible results for this encounter have been calculated. The Pantheon will receive the Observer's message regardless of outcome. see your world through my eyes. A universe so vast as to be immeasurable, incomprehensible even to your greatest minds.
This place is just amazing. Okay, time to die.
Behold the tools of creation.
Yeah, you're dead. And then he's going to say some words right now.
I have seen worlds bathed in the Maker's flames, their denizens fading without so much as a whimper. Entire planetary systems born and raised in the time that it takes your mortal hearts to beat once. Yet all throughout, my own heart devoid of emotion, of empathy, I have felt nothing. A million lives wasted. Had they all held within them your tenacity? Had they all loved life as you do?
Probably.
Perhaps it is your imperfection, that which grants you free will, that allows you to persevere against all cosmically calculated odds. You prevail where the Titan's own perfect creations have failed. I've rearranged the reply code. Your planet will be spared. I cannot be certain of my own calculations anymore.
So if you're here in Ulduar for the very first
I lack
time...
the strength to transmit the signal. You must hurry. Find a place of power close to the skies.
I know just the place. Will you be alright?
Yeah, that's the end. So if you're here in Ulduar for the very first time, never been here before, there's going to be a reply
Do
code
not worry
alpha
about my fate,
from the
Bronson.
boss.
If the signal is not transmitted in time, reorigination will proceed regardless. Save your world.
Okay, that's the end of the roleplay. So we get the gloves of the Endless Dark, leather gloves. Those look really cool. Leather gloves for you monks, you demon hunters, you rogues out there. We got a nebula band, and we also got the starlight treads, which are cool boots. I just wish I could show them to you because I'm wearing robes. But after Halloween, we're going to change that and go back to a pants set. Because I have a few paladin sets to choose from. Okay, so now that the Assembly of Iron is dead, Algalon is dead, we can make our way to Kolagarn. And his hard mode achievement is called Disarmed. It's also one of the achievements for the big meta of Glory of the Ulduar Raider. It's Disarmed. And the way you do that achievement is you have to take out both of his arms and then attack his body and kill all three within 10 seconds of each other. It's easy now that we're such a high level. Wow, we're level 50. And Kolagarn pops in. He's a boss monster, but he's what, level something something giant boss? So I target his right arm with the Judgment. I target his left arm with that, and then I attack his body.
Too far away.
So that was within 10 seconds of each other, I do believe. Kolagarn down after 4.96 seconds. Yeah, that was within 10 seconds. Okay, loot from Kolagarn. We get the Wrath Stone, which is a trinket. We get Stone Guard, a one-handed sword. Looks like that. Pretty cool. We get Robes of the Umbral Brute. This is the green recolor for the Warlocks. Their tier 8 robes look like this, but they're purple, not brown, with like the greenish bluish glow at the bottom, and it looks really cool. Okay, so now that we've made it to the Ring of the Watchers, the first boss you want to look for is Araya. And the achievement you need for her for the meta for the Glory of the Ulduar Raider is to kill her. It's one kill You have got to kill her without killing any Sanctum Cubs. And the achievement, Lich King Raid, if I can find the achievement. Here, we'll go into this. We'll go Dungeons and Raids. We'll go to Glory of the Ulduar Raider. It's Crazy Cat Lady, which defeat Araya in Ulduar without destroying her Sanctum Sentry Cats, which are these guys, the Sanctum Sentry Cubs. Basically, if you throw a Judgment Hammer at her, she's dead. Didn't kill any Sanctum Cubs, so that would be the achievement. We get the pet from her. We get the chest plate of Titanic Fury, which is the warrior look-like chest piece. We also get this Siren's Cry bow for you hunters out there. Looks like that. Very cool. We also got the Unwavering Stare leather head, which goes for the druids. They get a big crescent moon on their head, which looks really cool. And then we get a runed orb, which is a crafting material mostly used by tailors. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to aggro you guys, I'm sorry. Okay, so here, oh, whoops. Here in the Ring of the Watchers, your first right here takes you to the Halls of Winter and Hodir, and we're gonna go anti-clockwise around the room. Now, in the Halls of Winter, you're going to see these little snow mounds all over the place. If you get too close to a snow mound, you're going to summon a whole bunch of Jungwar, or Jormunger is what they're called, and I just don't want to deal with the Jormunger. So we're going to avoid all the snow mounds, and we're just going to kill what we have to kill to progress. We're going to try and avoid all that we can. Oh, we got the Grips of Chaos. Binds when picked up. So we got Soulbound wrists, they're cloth wrists, and I can't seem to look at them because I'm wearing gloves, and my subsequent dressing room with Mogget isn't opening when I do a shift right click. So I'm sorry I can't show you those wrists right now easily. Oh, and now all these other trash mobs are going to happen. That's no fun.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, stay away from the snow mounds. I want to be left. I want to go. No. Yeah, they made it so hard to see because there's two ways up. There's that hallway that goes around, but then if you go to the left hallway, you can just skip that whole right side and just take a direct route all the way to Hodir. And of course, they're going to double back attack. Now, we did get these green gloves, these green cloth gloves that look like this. They look like that right there. Green cloth gloves, which are the Cold Wraith hand wraps of the Aurora. We just got those from looting trash. Alright, there is Hodir, and his achievement is Freeze the Cheese. So you got to kill him before he destroys that rare cache over there. Basically, it's a one-shot.
You will suffer for this trespass.
Alright, we just got the Ice Layered Barrier. Shield that looks like that. Pretty cool if you ask me. And then the other treasure chest for his loot is over here, the Cache of Winter. And from this cache, we get the Runed Orb, Winter's Icy Embrace, leather chest for the rogues out there. Kind of hard to see with my tabard on, I'm sorry about that. We got the leggings of the Wayward Conqueror. Okay, those are our leggings. And the Frostbound Chainmail. Okay, so now we can just click on the tokens, and they turn into the Valorous Aegis Lake Plates, which I can't tell if these are 10 or 25 man. Let's find out. They're the 10-man legs. So we just got the 10-man legs from Hodir. No pet though, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so now that Hodir is dead, you want to exit out through this big doorway on the west wall, and you're brought back to the Ring of the Watchers, also known as the Observation Ring. And we're just going to sneak behind these little stone-tempered keepers. Oh, bugger. They aggroed. I guess our aggro radius has changed now that we're level 50 instead of level 120. I would imagine I'm going to be aggroing these guys. Yeah. Yeah, they're coming in at level 32, which means that this is a level 30 raid.
Interlopers! You mortals who dare to interfere with my sport will pay! Wait. I remember you. In the mountains. But you... What is
Too far away.
Thorin, my lord! Why else would these invaders have come into your sanctum but to slay you? They must be stopped!
I'm out of range.
Not hold back! Destroy them!
So yeah, when you enter Thorm's room, you got to kill all those guys that are in the middle, and then you run over to the left and click on that lever like I did and come into the tunnel. And the achievement for Thorim is Ive Been Sift. And you've got to attack Thorim on his pedestal before Sif over there disappears. And he's going to be throwing a Stormhammer at me. Yeah, right there.
Impertinent whelps!
See, Sif right there is still there, so we got the achievement.
I will crush you myself!
Impossible! Lord Thorin, I will do your foes a frigid death!
You fiend! You are not my beloved! Begone!
Yeah, she was a creepy
Behold
tentacle.
the hand behind all the evil that has befallen Ulduar. Left my kingdom in ruins, corrupted my brother, and slain my wife. And now it falls to you, champions, to avenge us all. The task before you is great, but I will lend you my aid as I am able. You must prevail.
Okay, so we got a necklace, we got a trinket, and then we got these leggings of lost love, which look like that, and those are actually the priest leggings. And I think we got 2 of those. And then we got these plans for male feet for leather workers for the pattern boots of living scale. And those leather boots look like this. They're made by leather workers. And I just took my chest off so I could show you these pants. I'm going to put my chest back on now. Okay, so once you've killed Thorim over here, so you killed all the monsters here, you pull the lever here, you can go down around through this tunnel. Now that we've killed Thorim, we can make our way to the Conservatory of Life. And there's actually 2 achievements. There's actually like 4 achievements when you do Conservatory of Life. There is the Conservatory, which is finish the Conservatory of Life within 25 minutes of starting it. And then there's knock on wood, knock knock on wood, and knock 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 on wood by killing Freya without killing the other keepers that are in that room. So turn to the right, and here is the Conservatory of Life. This is also the only place in this raid, inside the actual raid, like the building, inside actual Ulduar, not out in the outside, but in the raid where you can actually mount up again, because technically we are outside. Look, you can see the sky, we are outside. And Freya is right back there at the back of the room. We're not going to touch anything. I just want everything turned off. There we go.
I need to get closer.
His hand on me dissipates. I can see clearly once more.
Alright, from the first chest, we get a rune dorm and the hand guards of revitalization. Do I have aggro somewhere? If so, from what? Okay, well, we don't have aggro anymore. We got the warrior hunter shaman token, so that doesn't help us. We did get the Lifebinder staff. We got 2 of those for the druids out there. We also got these handguards of revitalization, which are the warrior love lookalikes. Looks like that. And then we're just going to mount up on our little long forgotten hippogriff and make our way back to the observation ring. But we're going to take a little shortcut. I'm just going to give the trash a wide berth. So, this teleporter right here, you can click on it and go directly to the Spark of Imagination. You don't have to go through the hallway with all the mechanical monsters. You can just come right to here and activate Mimiron's fight. Now, the hard mode for Mimiron is to do Speed Demon, which is to kill Mimiron with the self-destruct mechanism active. He's going to say, how can we finish testing with the self-destruct mechanism active? Yeah, I know. We're going to give him a wide berth, because I don't know where our aggro radius is, since we're level 50 now, instead of level 120. But let's just push this button. And his dialogue is so funny. Didn't you read the sign that said, do not push this button?
Self-destruct sequence initiated. This area will
Now
self-destruct
why would
in
you go
10
and do
minutes.
something like that? Didn't you see the sign that said, do not push this button? How will we finish testing with the self-destruct mechanism active?
And what you want to do during this fight is stay near the edge and move around slowly to keep the fire at the edge, so when it's time to go to the middle, you're not standing in the fire.
Positively marvelous results. Hull integrity at 98.9%. Barely a dent. Moving right along.
And that's just a giant can opener. I'm just on the wrong side to actually show it to you, but it's a giant can opener. It's so funny. So just move with the fire, and the fire will just move around the edge of the room with you. That way the middle stays clear for when you have to go to the middle.
Behold, the VX-001 anti-personnel assault
This
cannon.
area will self-destruct in 9
I'm
minutes.
out of range.
Thank you, friends. Your efforts have yielded some fantastic data. Now, where
You can
did
see
I
that it's
put-
just
oh,
it's a giant
there
cannon.
it is.
Right
Now,
there. And there's going to be explosions periodically that just follow you around. But if you just stay at the edge of the room, just move with the fire, then the explosions will just keep advancing the fire, and they won't start a new
Isn't
fire.
it beautiful? I call it the magnificent aerial
too far
command
away.
unit. Preliminary testing phase complete. Now comes the true test.
So now he summons all 3 parts.
This area will self-destruct in 8 minutes.
Gaze upon its magnificence. Bask in its glorious glory. I present you with
I need to get
VO7TRON.
That aerial command unit was going a little haywire right there.
Sequence terminated. Override code A905.
And you can actually loot him for a whole bunch of gears and gizmos and whatnot.
It would appear that I made a slight miscalculation. I allowed my mind to be corrupted by that fiend in the prison, overriding my primary directive. All systems seem to be functional now. Clear.
Alright, loot from him. We get the Helm of the Wayward Vanquisher, Rogue Death Knight Mage Druid, boo. Another one of those. We also get a trinket, so we can't show off trinkets. And then in this chest over here, we got a ring, so we can't really show off anything. Because we got the wrong tokens and trinkets and rings, so can't show anything off in the transmog menu. Now, the Ancient Gate of the Keepers has now unlocked, which is perfect. So you're going to run up these stairs to the south, and when you get to the teleporter at the top of the stairs, you're going to select the Shattered Walkway. Very important. Do not select the Conservatory of Life. It's a farther walk. Select the Shattered Walkway, and then all you have to do is walk down the stairs, and the Ancient Gate of the Keepers will be on your left. Now, do not talk to any of the keepers that are around the observation room, like the Porter's over there, Thorm's over there, Mimiron's right there, Freya's right there. Do not talk to any of them. Because that's how you do Alone in the Dark. You have to kill Yogg-Saron without the aid of any of the keepers. So you have to keep them up in the observation ring. If you talk to them and say, yes, I want your help, they go down below and they're actually in the room with you for the Yogg-Saron. We don't want that. We want to do it by ourselves. We want to be alone in the dark, and that's how you do the achievement. So don't talk to any of them. Just leave them alone. We gotta kill this faceless butt face. And then this is one of the coolest door openings. I'm gonna zoom all the way out so you can see how this door opens. It's so cool. It's even better than the Door of Time in Ocarina of Time for Legend of Zelda. Check this out. Pretty cool, right? Only with Dynamic Cam can you zoom out beyond level 15. I can zoom all the way out to 40. It's great. Oh, but I don't want to go in that far. Okay, so walk through that door and then go around that pillar. And then you're going to jump down this debris field and come out here so we can kill General Vezix. And this is the descent into madness. Now, the achievement for him to get the Ulduar raid achievement for the mount is you have to aggro him, and then you don't touch him. You just wait around, and these little blobs of Saronite are going to start to appear, and you got to wait for the Saronite Animus to appear. Kill the Saronite Animus. It takes about 3 minutes of the fight. You just got to stand around and wait for 3 minutes. And once the Saronite Animus spawns, kill it, and then kill General Vezix. We're not doing the achievement. We're just going to kill the boss. Because I can basically one-shot him. Here we go.
Your destruction. What orders await you?
Alright, from him we get Pattern Belt of the Dragons. Leatherworking male belt. Looks like this. Pretty cool. We also got these leather wrists. We also got this ring. And the General's Heart trinket. So really nothing much to show in Transmog. Okay. So when you leave by this door here, you're going to go down a little bit and then turn to the left, and you're going to be in the prison of Yogg-Saron. And you see how there's 4 platforms for each of the 4 keepers? We do not want any of them populated. And because we didn't talk to any of them, none of the 4 platforms in here are populated. So we're in here by ourselves. You can see the keepers up there. Like there's Thorum, there's Mimiron. They're still up there. They're not down here with us. So we get to do Alone in the Dark.
The time to strike at the head of the beast will soon be upon us. Focus your anger and hatred on his minions.
Back in the old days when we were level 120, all we had to do was kill 1 guardian on top of Sarah. And that appears to still be the case. Or actually, I think we need 2 now.
Yes, show them no mercy.
We need 2.
Give no pause to your attacks.
The fiend of 1,000 faces. Cower before my true form. How about I don't cower at all?
Bow down before the god of death.
Now we need to make sure our sanity stays above 0, otherwise we're going to go insane, and the boss is going to respawn. So when he says madness will consume you, click on this portal, and you'll be taken into one of 3 scenarios. This one is Isis. And there's one where we have to kill dragons, and then there's one where we have to go around the room and kill the little guards that are around the room. So kill the 9 things. It'll say the illusion shatters and the path to the central chamber opens. And go in here and kill the brain.
Look upon the true face of that. Know that your end comes soon. Your fate is sealed. The end of days is finally upon you.
If I get Mimiron's head, I'll try my hardest not to scream like a little schoolgirl and blow your eardrums out. I got old. Whoosh! Okay, so we get some gold, we get a ruined orb, we get the leg guards of cunning deception, leather legs, which I can't show because I'm wearing robes. Go away, go away. We get the Amos of inconceivable horror, so we get the red version of the priest set. They get a really cool set with these really cool shoulders. We got the face guard of Eyeless Horror, plate head. Oh, see, check that out. That is the purple recolor of the Paladin Tier 8. See how it's purple? And it looks like the Paladin Tier 8 helmet, but it's in purple. It's a Paladin purple recolor. Looks really cool. I use that on my warrior. We get the leggings of the Insatiable, and then on this final one, we get the chest guard of Insidious Intent, and there's the leg guards of Insatiable. We get the Touch of Madness, one-handed axe, which looks like that. We get the Vanquish clutches of Yogg-Saron, and the Plan's Indestructible plate girdle, plate belt, which looks like that. And so the other pants we got were these, the leg guards of Cunning Deception. We got those. Oh, it was leggings of the Insatiable, look like that, and the leggings of Cunning Deception look like that. So those are the Warlock legs, and those are these plate? Oh, those are mail. Those are probably the hunter legs, right there. So that is how you do all of Ulduar. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up, rate me a like, and click on that. I'm sorry, let me start over. That is how you complete the raid Ulduar. Okay, it's a flex raid. If you enjoyed this adventure, please feel free to give me a thumbs up, rate me a like, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you always know when new content comes out. Also, please tell your friends about me so they can come and they can enjoy these videos and enjoy the adventures just as much as you do. Finally, and most importantly of all, please remember this. World of Warcraft is just a game. And games are meant to be fun, and you're supposed to have fun while playing them. So if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. Meet me back here next time when we venture into the heroic raids, because in Tier 9, heroic raids become a thing. And the Tier 9 is the first of the raids where you get the tier set for the raid from a very unusual place. You don't get them from the raid, you get them from somewhere else. But the belt, boot, and bracers for the set are in the raid. So you can buy the helmet, the shoulders, the chest, the gloves, the pants from a vendor. I'll show you the vendor. But if you want the belt and the boots for your transmog set, because you can see belt and boots, then you have to go into the raid and set it to either 10-man or 25-man, normal or heroic. And there are iconic weapons, iconic armors that you can only get in that raid. And the Tier 9 stuff looks different whether you're on the Horde or the Alliance. So I can't wait to show you all that cool stuff. I don't think Atlas Loot is going to have an update between now and then, because the last major update they had for Atlas Loot, which was patch 8.3, was February 2020. That was, what, 10 months ago almost? Almost, like 9 months ago. And I don't know if they're even working on it. I don't know what's going on with Atlas Loot. So I'll be able to show you all the stuff on my Paladin, and I could even show you the Warlock stuff on my Horde Warlock and my Alliance Warlock, because they're both transmogged into Tier 9. So we might be showing you some interesting stuff when we do the Tier 9 video. But I look forward to bringing you that adventure, and I hope you will join me next time for Trial of the Grand Crusader, right here on my gaming corner. But until that time comes, my name is Z, and I'm signing off.